There are so many keto products on the market nowadays, but are these products hurting you on your weight loss journey? We're going to talk about it today, coming up.
Hi, I'm Emily.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
And we are the Keto Twins.
We've lost over 160 pounds following a ketogenic lifestyle, and it's our mission to help you with your weight loss journey. So make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more keto lifestyle content.
So before keto was keto, it was also known as the Atkins diet because Dr. Atkins wrote a book called New Diet Revolution. And this diet was a low-carb diet, but in the beginning, you were eating under 20 net carbs a day, only for about 2 weeks or so. So the keto diet is kind of like the Atkins diet induction phase. We first learned about the Atkins diet when we were in high school, and our dad brought home a tape. And this VHS tape, because that's how long ago it was like you could eat as much steak as you want. You could dip lobster in butter and all this kind of stuff. And there wasn't really anything on the market yet that was keto-fied, as we like to call it. We like to call it keto-fied. These are foods that are processed, that are mocking actual food that has a lot of carbs in them, like keto donuts and keto cookies and all that kind of stuff. When we first started keto, there was no such thing as that. The diet basically said that you should be eating whole foods, lots of green vegetables, butter, and stuff like that. It did not say anything about fat bombs and
fathead dough
and all of this kind of stuff. When we would follow the diet in the past, we would be eating mainly whole foods, and we wouldn't honestly have any of these things to try.
Almond flour was not a thing back then. We would stay away from flour products in general, and we wouldn't make things like cookies or anything like that. Maybe, was there almond flour?
I think there was Carb Quick back then, but even then I don't think that I used it very often. Back 20 years ago or 15 years ago, even now, like when we try to approach low carb or keto lifestyle, we just try to stick to whole foods. That's what we originally learned 20 years ago, and that's how we honestly find the most success. But nowadays, the amount of processed keto food, it's incredible, like what you can find. I mean, every day I feel like at Facebook, like these things are stalking me, hunting me down, so I order them because they just look so amazing, right? Like cookies and candies and pasta, donuts. There are bakeries that will actually ship whole cakes to your home, all that kind of stuff. And that was never in existence before. And while I think it's great that a lot of these companies are like taking the initiative and like creating these products for people, there are some negatives to all of this, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So the first negative that Sarah and I can think of all these products is that they are very expensive.
But you have to actually think about the ingredients that go into these products. Like for example, regular flour is really cheap in comparison to almond flour. So these goods are more expensive to make in general. And then also that these companies are really small and they're doing most of their advertising and shipping and everything from a smaller business, so they can't like afford to lower the prices. I know there's so many people out there that look at cereals like Magic Spoon and they're like, oh my God, it's $11 per box of cereal. And while that is very expensive for a box of cereal, the ingredients to make that box of cereal are substantially higher than a normal box carb-loaded cereal.
Even the sugar replacements that they're using are way more expensive than like high fructose corn syrup that your typical cereal brand is using. So that's why it's more expensive. And honestly, I've done a lot of shipping because I have my own business. To ship 4 cereal boxes is at least $10. So because these things are not found in your grocery store, you're paying the price of shipping. And that's why a lot of these things are very expensive.
So some people only focus on the carb count during their ketogenic journey. And while that is very important to get into ketosis, we believe that calories do count. And another downside to these products are that they are very calorie dense. And
they say so right on the package.
Yeah.
This is not a low calorie food a lot of the time.
Nuts are very caloric, or like heavy whipping cream and like the ice creams that are made have a lot of calories. And so while you think that you're eating keto, and maybe you technically are, calories do count, especially as you're getting closer to your weight loss goals. So we really feel like you need to limit these keto foods in the beginning to really maximize your weight loss. One of the things that we're really trying to work on now that we are nearing our weight loss goals is working on our mindset. And having these keto-fied products around all the time tends to lead to binging for me, at least. I'm not sure about you. And that's because these products taste so good. I can have a bag of high key cookies, which if you haven't tried the almond tea cookies, they are amazing.
Delicious.
But I can't seem to only take 2 or 3. It always ends up with me eating the entire bag. And while it only has like maybe 4 or 5 net carbs, I don't know, per bag, the calories really put me over my daily allowance, not even though I track, but I just know I'm going over. And so having those things around the house, I feel like I have to do a better job for myself at least, trying to limit how much I eat. Only take 2 and put the bag away. Because if you put the bag in front of me, they're gonna be gone. So I don't know if you feel the same way.
Absolutely, I do. I don't even think I paid attention the first couple times I had Rebel ice cream. But I remember sitting there and I finished the whole thing. I wasn't even paying attention. And I looked at it and I said, oh my God, I have just eaten almost 800 calories. Poof! Gone, nothing. And to eat 800 calories of actual food would have felt like a lot, but I just...
It's mindless eating.
Yeah, and I was able to do that because it tasted so good, and to me it seemed like it was okay to eat. And while it is the better option, if you really want to lose weight, you have to like scale back on everything. You have to scale back on your calories too. Calories do count. Even though Sarah and I are not like tracking everything that we eat, I have to eat less now than I did when I was 260 pounds. Back when I was 260 pounds, I had to eat to support a person that weighed 260 pounds. So now that I'm 160 something pounds, I need to eat like somebody that's half the size. Some of these products lead me to eat like I used to eat, and you can gain weight on keto. Keto, just because you're keto doesn't mean that you can't gain weight. In the beginning of the pandemic, I threw caution to the wind and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna experiment with all these recipes and try all these different keto products. It only took about 2.5, 3 months before I had gained 20 pounds. And I was absolutely shocked that I was able to do that. I was eating my feelings. And so it's really hard to eat your feelings worth of steak. It's a lot easier to eat your feelings worth of ice cream. No one eats their feelings and eats a steak during it. And so you have to think to yourself, are you mentally strong enough to have these things around?
And limit yourself.
Right. And will they lead you back to the binging behavior that made you obese in the first place? I know that I have some of these feelings when I have these things around, and it's a stressful time, and I just kind of want to eat my feelings worth of ice cream. So those are things that you have to consider.
I would say that most of these keto-fied products are snacks. And for someone like me who's trying to do OMAD once a day, having these products in the house take away that intermittent fasting that I normally do, because they're all snacks. They're not like full meals. And just like in any other lifestyle, you can't have cookies every day. You can't have regular Chips Ahoy, and you can't have the high-key cookies every day. You have to have that as a treat. And they're not meant to be incorporated every day into your lifestyle, or even with the cereals, you know what I mean?
I know that there's a lot of new people out there that are just trying keto for the first time, and you might be able to get away with incorporating a lot of these snacks in the beginning of your keto weight loss journey. So congratulations to you. It becomes significantly harder to lose weight once you have gotten maybe 50 pounds down. You're going to have to start scaling back. And if you really want to maximize your weight loss in the beginning, Sarah and I really do feel like it's important for the first 6 weeks or so to eat whole foods, eat steak, eat bacon, eat butter, eat green vegetables, eat as much as you want, eat to your heart's content. We really feel that that's important if you want to maximize your weight loss.
We really feel like it takes about 6 weeks for your taste buds to really reset. So focusing on whole foods, like she said, will help your taste buds, like, I don't know, regenerate. I don't know if that's the word for it. Food will start tasting so different to you once your palate has reset.
You need to be able to step away and like really forget what a lot of these things tasted like that you were binging on before. I mean, even if you were to eat these cookies and all these other keto products, I think that a lot of you are going to be disappointed if you were eating the real thing like last week. You're going to taste a replacement and you're going to go, that tastes nothing like it. But since Sarah and I haven't eaten a cookie in 2 years, like a Chips Ahoy cookie, the high key cookie, that is how a cookie tastes. And actually, if we were to eat normal candy and normal food, Sarah has tried it, a Kit Kat on Halloween, right? And it just tastes so sweet. You're not used to it anymore. And so you'll see a lot of reviews when you check a lot of these products on Amazon or whatever, and a lot of the people are like, this is disgusting. Well, yeah, it's because you haven't given yourself a chance to change yet. And once you do, you're going to be a lot happier with these products. So just give it 6 weeks. Give keto a chance to change like your mentality towards food and your palate, and you're going to be a lot happier overall than if you were to go and say, I eat cereal every day, I eat cookies every day, I eat chips, and I'm going to go buy all of these things and think that replacing everything that you're eating with a keto-fied version of it is going to lead to weight loss. It's just not.
Sugar is addicting. It's like a drug almost. And the more that you eat, the more that you want. I remember when I first started on my keto weight loss journey, I would have like 4 or 5 Splendas in a cup of coffee. Right. Even thinking about that now, it disgusts me because I couldn't put 1 Splenda in my coffee and be like, ew. Because it tastes so sweet because I don't eat real sugar. And I feel like people will have cereal, like she said, and eat Magic Spoon and be like, I taste like the cooling aspect of the erythritol and all that stuff. I think that you don't taste that as much if you don't remember what real sugar tastes like. So just cleanse your palate, have a detox. Just like any addiction, you don't want to like try to replace it with something else. You know what I mean? You just want to reset your palate. By not incorporating Ketofied foods into your diet right now, it's going to help you do that faster.
And it's going to help you lose weight faster, which is going to keep you motivated to keep on going.
So why don't you guys tell us how you feel about these Ketofied products? Do you feel like you can eat them and still lose weight? Why don't you let us know in our comment section below.
And if you guys are off of the keto diet, but you're looking for motivation to start again, you can click on this video right here. We worked really hard on it, and we would love to hear your feedback on it. So click on this video, and we'll see you over there. Anyway, I'm Emily.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are the Keto Twins, signing out.